A lone wolf is someone who likes to be on their own rather than with others. When I say lone wolf, I mean someone who has heard a special call in their life. They've decided to change their lives completely, which can sometimes make them feel alone or misunderstood by other people. Inside each of us, there's a part that is like a lone wolf. This part really wants to be free, to find out what's true, and to be real and honest about who we are. If we want to live a life that feels important and do what we are meant to do in our hearts, we have to listen to that wolf-like part inside of us. We need to welcome and love our wild and natural selves. A lone wolf is someone who doesn't stay away from others because they don't like people or because they're not good with social situations. Instead, they choose to be alone because it helps them understand themselves better, sparks their creativity, and gives them a sense of calm. This person feels strong when they're by themselves, believes in the power of thinking quietly, and usually knows exactly what they want to do on their own. They follow their own sense of what's right and have their own goals that they're working toward. People usually have mixed feelings about someone who goes through life on their own. Most of the time, people think being happy and successful means having a lot of social connections. So when someone prefers to walk through life like a lone wolf, it seems like they're not following what everyone else thinks is normal. Often, there's a belief that if you're on your own, you must be lonely, unhappy, or not good with other people. Because of these ideas, we might not understand or appreciate the good things that those who like to be alone can do. In the spiritual journey, there comes a time when each of us must walk the path of the lone wolf. It's a critical step, especially for those who have experienced a spiritual awakening or a profound personal challenge that shakes the foundation of their existence, often referred to as the dark night of the soul. Once we've seen the deeper realities of life, continuing to live as we once did, in line with society's norms and expectations, becomes untenable. The old patterns and ways of being start to fall apart. A transformation is inevitable. But why is this solitary path a necessary part of spiritual growth? To embark on a spiritual journey, one must leave behind the safety and comfort of the familiar. It requires a bold step into the unknown. It's a leap of faith into a new and uncharted territory of personal growth and discovery. What often sparks this awakening and the decision to venture out on our own? There comes a time in life when we look around and realize that the life we're living doesn't feel complete. Despite having everything that we thought would make us happy, there's a void, a sense of emptiness that material things and external validation cannot fill. This longing for something more profound and meaningful is the catalyst that propels us onto the lone wolf's path. The lone wolf's path is so named because it can be a lonely journey at the outset. We have to rely on our inner strength and wisdom to navigate this path successfully. This journey is personal and cannot be undertaken for us by anyone else. It requires us to reconnect with our courage, keen insight, and that wild, intuitive part of ourselves, much like the wolf, which symbolizes sharp intelligence, freedom, and social connections, yet is also capable of operating independently. So how do you walk your own path like a lone wolf today? Choosing to follow your own path is like saying yes with your whole heart to what feels right deep inside you, to what you really want in your life. Sometimes you might find this path by accident, but you need to really pay attention to yourself to stay on it. There will be a time in your life when you have to be like a wolf that walks alone. You might need to walk by yourself, do things differently from everyone else, break away from the crowd, ask hard questions, and accept some hard truths. Doing this might make you feel alone or different from other people. You have to be able to tell what's real and what's not. Ignore the people who don't believe in you or tell you you're wrong, and keep going. Being like a lone wolf is like being a warrior. It means standing up for your beliefs and bravely stepping into unknown places. I promise you, all of this effort is worth it. I can say it over and over, But in the end, you need to find out for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Make sure it's true through your own experiences. If you feel a pull towards finding the warrior within you, starting your spiritual journey, and bravely making your own way in life, here are a few tips to help you. Starting your own unique journey in life, you need to be ready for some pushback. You might get this from friends, family, or even from people in general. When you decide to do things your way, you will surely meet people who doubt you, who are negative, and who seem to enjoy being downers. They might try to pull you down to their level. They act this way because they think your choices are making them look bad. When you bravely go your own way, you're like a mirror for them, showing them their own lives and choices. If they see that they've just been going along with everyone else without making their own decisions, they might feel bad about that and take it out on you. Even though it doesn't feel good when people react like this, remember that the problem is theirs, not yours. Anyone who tries to live a life full of heart and meaning will sometimes make others feel uncomfortable. You're not the only one who goes through this. Just keep going and remember that nobody else gets to say how you should live your life. That's up to you. Next, take a moment to ask yourself, what do I truly and deeply want? This isn't a one-time question. It's a question to keep asking yourself again and again as you move through life. Always bring your attention back to what you really want, not what others expect from you or try to push onto you. What is it that you feel a pull to do? What are your big dreams and goals? Are there paths you haven't taken because they're unfamiliar and maybe a little scary, but you feel a secret excitement when you think about them? Remember, your path isn't something that stays the same. It's always moving, growing, and changing. By asking yourself this question a lot, you can keep changing and growing. You won't be stuck living the same old life. You'll stay close to your soul's true journey. Next, loving yourself and being your own friend is very important, especially when you're walking your own path, which can often feel lonely. If you're hard on yourself, your journey will be much tougher. However, if you put that energy into accepting and loving yourself as you are, your journey will feel much easier. Think about it. You are with yourself all the time. You're the only one who's been with you through everything. So, doesn't it make sense to be good to yourself? To enjoy your own company? I can tell you, it really does make sense. When you're kind to yourself and learn to love yourself, you give yourself some of the best tools and strengths you could ever have. They can make all the difference in your life. Next, getting to know yourself is a key step in walking your own path. Every day, try to understand more about who you are, what you're good at, and what you're not so good at. Learning about yourself is a big part of finding your own way in life. There's an old saying by Lao Tzu, a wise teacher, that goes like this: understanding other people is smart, but understanding yourself is true wisdom. When you really get to know yourself deeply, that's when you can fully accept who you are and walk your path with sureness and trust in yourself. Next, feeling scared is a natural part of trying new things and stepping out on your own path. Starting this journey can feel really scary, and it's not always as wonderful and easy as it might seem. It often takes big sacrifices and the courage to face your fears without backing down. I'm not perfect, but from what I've learned, it's usually good to feel the fear and go ahead anyway. Of course, if you're in danger, you need to be safe and maybe get out of there. But if your fear is about emotions or thoughts, be kind to yourself and keep moving forward. Keep your goals in mind. Remind yourself that you're strong and you deserve good things, and keep on going. Don't let anything or anyone pull you down. And if you fall, keep getting back up every time. Remember, you can do anything. Be brave enough to show your real feelings. Finally, you have both human and sacred qualities. It's important to accept that. There's a wild and intuitive part of you that acts like your own internal guide. Pay attention to those gut feelings and let your more instinctive, passionate side come out. You don't have to hold back or quiet down any part of yourself anymore. Choosing your own way and connecting with your inner lone wolf means you get to experience real freedom. You're free to feel the wind as it brushes through your hair, to soak up the sunshine on your skin, and to walk with the earth solid under your feet. Your life is yours to create. What happens next is up to you. Make sure you're not just living in your head. Get in touch with your body, your heart, and the energy that runs through you. What are they trying to say? Respect the intelligence of your natural instincts. Honor the fierce and raw energy that's stirring inside of you. Use this energy to push you forward and keep you going. There's no good reason to follow a path that doesn't make you excited. Let the wolf inside you howl with all its might, without holding back. Remember that you are the journey and the path itself, all wrapped into one. The guidance you need is always inside you. Be cautious about seeking it from outside sources. While others can help illuminate your path, but the brightest light, the one that will guide you best, is your own soul. Don't live your life following someone else's path. Don't choose a way of life just because your parents expect it, or because you feel like you owe them. Don't follow a path that looks like it's right for you when it's really just what society tells you to be. Don't settle for a life that just happened to you because it seems okay. Don't stick with something that doesn't feel true to you just because it's what everyone else thinks you should be doing. I hope this message resonates with you. If you love this content, please share it with your loved ones and share your experience in the comment section. I would love to read and learn from you too. I wish you a beautiful day.